just reflecting on a bit of the framework about why we're trying to do something in agriculture, considering that's this 48% contribution out here. Just that framework, debated if we want to, but just reflecting on that. We can do something about breeding for low methane, and this is a module we've just been putting in now. So the unit is a yield of grams of methane per day. It's moderately heritable, which means we can do something about it. It's also got some variation, which means we've got some room for some selection. And in the selection lines at Ag Research for low methane, they've found no detrimental correlation. So when they've been selecting for low methane as a single trait, they've found no bad things that come with it. The group of when they did the original selection of the high and low, like the top 10 and the bottom 10%, they found that they were 4% different in their methane emission. After selection, they've now got 11% difference. So they've made some progress in a single trait selection for that. The ones that have low methane tend to be leaner, tend to have a bit more wool, and a higher index of decile maternal worth, and including facial eczema in that one. Not facial eczema, F is for wormfeck, sorry, correction. The methane module that we're looking to roll out with Ag Research and PGGRC is that it's live now. We'll be providing research breeding values delivered through the single step based on the pack chamber measurements. We found when Ag Research advised us we need 2,500 animals assessed annually to maintain the prediction. So we want to support that and have a preference for the genotype maternal animals. It's an expensive trait to do, a complicated trait to do, so we want to be able to leverage genomics into it to be able to spread it to more animals to get its value. It doesn't mean if you're not doing genotypes you can't do it, you can, but we just got that preference there. It requires 2 measurements, 14 days apart, and the trailer that comes around, it can, can do 84 animals a day, and looking for 8 to 10 progeny per sire. And the early indication, it's about $60 per animal for a pack assessment. So that's getting the 2 measurements, so $30 each measurement, so $60 for an animal to be assessed. Just have a wee look at the trailer that's been made by Ag Research going around. It's got to fit inside your shed to be out of the shade and also not knock the head off the technician that has to get up in there as well. The sheep get loaded in, pretty simple system there with the Pratleys. And this is a look of the sheep that are in that chamber if you haven't seen it before. If you're interested, who do you contact? So the pack measures are being performed by Ag Research. The data will be entered into Improve or SIL, and we'll be helping with that at the early stages. The research breeding values will be reported by your bureau and come through the Improve SIL system. If you want to register your interest in this, there is a form that's been created. We've got that link, Dave, we'll probably be sending it out post-roadshow.
Yeah, on the next slide you'll get a preview of what it's going to look like, but we'll make sure there's a section on SIL with a FAQ and a link to that form.
We've got 1 trailer and 1 technician, so we need to be coordinating that with the North Island and South Island where it's available. So really want to have that registration process and also making sure it fits with what your outcome that you want with what's going to be loaded in. And there is a fixed facilities here at Woodland, so you guys have another opportunity, something a wee bit more local. You can expect an opportunity in spring and autumn to be measuring sheep, but yeah, only those that are registered on the form can do it. And it will be something like this.